Welcome to the podcast for You Don't Know Part 2. The episode starts off with Holly J and her mom in the car discussing about, how Holly J found her birth mother's information and that she is going to contact her. Now, these scenes with Holly J and her mom, to me, something just feels off about them. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it almost seems like there's not any real emotion between them. Maybe it's because Holly J has already been through so much that, this isn't phasing her emotionally. And of course, she's a really strong person and, she can be holding back a lot of her emotions. Also, in regards to the storyline, the actress they found to play Holly J's birth mother looks incredibly like Charlotte. In real life, it's almost, I wonder if she was somehow related to Charlotte, but they did a really good job with the casting. I mean, I expected her to probably have kids, and, she probably didn't want to do it at first, but then she would do it. And was I ever shocked at the end of this episode? As soon as Holly J got the call, will she do it, won't she do it? I knew, she's gonna do it. This is, come on, there's no way she won't do it. And then, of course, the call comes in, and everything's going good, and then they drop a huge twist, a huge bomb on us, that she wants $20,000 to give up her kidney. To be in the hospital, to do transplants, do all that kind of stuff. It's not free. I don't think Dawn is doing it, on purpose to be rude or anything. It's just like, as she told Holly J, she's a single mother, she's raising 2 kids, she's trying to get by. I don't know how much it costs to be in the hospital and to, give a kidney transplant and all that stuff. I mean, I imagine it would be several $1,000s. So it stands the question now, is it the right thing to do to, ask for money? Because, she doesn't want to pay for it, or she can't pay for it. We don't know exactly what it is yet, but I am very impressed and very happy that they did not wrap this plot line up right away and just say, yes, she's going to get the kidney, next episode give her the kidney, blah, blah, blah. Now we have, a great extension, and will Holly J be able to get the money or not? Will Dawn maybe come down in price? Will she not do it? And we don't know what's going to happen. So that's a very good ending to this plotline. On to the Adam and Katie storyline. Now, Marisol told Adam in last night's episode Katie wouldn't be interested in someone like him because he still has some girl parts. But from the way that Katie and Adam were talking, when they were by themselves, like early on tonight's episode and last night, I wasn't quite sure if Katie really felt that way, because it kind of seemed like, she obviously knew he was trans, and, she didn't really care, and I thought that maybe Marisol was trying to, for some reason, create a problem, and that Katie was fine with it. But then in the episode tonight, Katie did say she didn't really like Adam, but she didn't really say why she didn't like him. And it'll be interesting to see if Adam does indeed go through with this. And I liked that they didn't just completely shut down the idea or go right with the idea of Adam getting the reduction, and that he had to meet with a counselor and he's got to go through a number of steps to determine whether or not, this is something that could happen or should happen. So once again, the Holly J storyline and the Adam and Katie storyline both had great, not really endings tonight, but the ending to this 2-part episode, they were both done in a very good fashion. And now to the Imogen, Eli, Claire, and Jake back and forth. Tonight, Imogen wasn't as crazy as she has been. She's still a very fun character. The cat ears were great. She had some great moments again tonight. Of course, we find out also tonight that Eli still has feelings for Claire, which was very obvious. And that's going to be the focus of some future episodes. If Eli and Claire will get back together, or will Claire want to stay with Jake? And Imogen's involvement in all this, we don't know what she's capable of or what she's going to be doing. I never thought I'd really say this, but I kind of do miss Eli and Claire, because I don't really think Claire and Jake have that good of chemistry. But I'm still not, I'm going back and forth. I'm not quite decided yet which couple I exactly like better. But I do really like Imogen and Eli together. I think they'd be really funny, but I think it's pretty apparent Eli is not interested at all in doing a relationship with Imogen, so, she's kind of out of luck on there. And then on tomorrow night's episode, we have Eli potentially harming Jake, which is most likely to Nick misleading again. I'm sure nothing will happen to Jake. And I'm excited about Casey and Jenna and child services being called. Thanks for listening to the podcast. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all tomorrow. Degrassi Extra. Shh. I love the little things on this show. And tonight I really loved the gift certificates to Little Mistakes. I thought, a really cool prop. We haven't seen any gift certificates before for Little Mistakes. There's always little things in every episode that you gotta kind of watch and, pick up on. And it's a fun thing when you're, rewatching the show for the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 100th time, to find out the little things in the background and the little things characters do and, gift certificates and all that kind of stuff. The little things are what make the show really strive as well, besides just the plot lines and the characters.